Hello there, and welcome back to the show. Yeah, today we're going to stick to South Africa, and there's something I'm going to say, and I think I've never said it out loud, but I'm going to say it.
And here we go.
Black economic empowerment, in the sense of South Africa, is racist.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
There's no arguing against it. It is 100% racist. It is unjustifiably, undeniably, it is a policy based on racial discrimination. It's just not just discriminating the minority white people who, yes, have benefited. No one's denying that. They have benefited from apartheid 100%. But you're still discriminating against them, and you're discriminating against people who are black, who are colored, who are people of color, who are Indian, who are Asian. You're discriminating against them, saying that they aren't able to compete, and because of past injustices, they need a leg up. But you can argue all day long, and you can say it's not racist. You are discriminating against people based on their race. At the core of that, regardless of your intent, regardless of your goal, regardless of the end game, the end result, what you're doing is using something that we entirely, universally consider to be evil, to be wrong. That's what the apartheid government did. They discriminated against people based on their race. What has the current government been doing for the last 28 years? They've implemented affirmative action, and they're using race-based discrimination, and they're saying it's good because it's trying to correct something. That's not how it works. It's like the ring of power. You cannot wield it.
Give Gondor the weapon of the enemy. Let us use it against him.
You cannot wield it. None of us can. The One Ring answers to Sauron alone.
You cannot use it for good. And that's essentially what Ramaphosa was answering questions in court. This is exactly what he said. Broad-based economic empowerment, affirmative action, other transformation policies were introduced to address an imbalance created by the years of apartheid rule. Yes, but you didn't need to use racial discrimination to achieve your goal. Because people, due to apartheid, were economically, they were shut out economically because of racist laws. And you're going, well, to fix that, we're going to use racist laws. You didn't need to do that. Instead of black economic, you could have underprivileged economic empowerment, poor economic empowerment. You would have reached the exact same results if you had to target people based on their disadvantages, their economic standing, their inability to have school. It would have taken a little bit more work, but it would have been much more effective. Because at the end of the day, what we got was only the political class, the political elites getting positions of power. Let's take a look at Cyril Ramaphosa. Among the positions, he has an executive position he sits on the board of CCOM, of this group. He's a chairman of Bidvest and MTN and other non-exclusive directorships. Max Steel Holding, Alexander Forbes, Standard Bank, SAB Miller, Anglo-American. I mean, so if you don't realize what they did from the get-go.
Get set.
What they did was they decided, cool, let's introduce affirmative action. We'll make it law. You get discounts on paying your taxes for large companies, and you go like, you have to be 51% owned. And no company is going to employ a underprivileged poor person who doesn't have matric, that couldn't afford university, who's just off. They're not going to take a newbie and go, yeah, here's the director of, Standard Bank. You need to be 51% owned. They implemented with thought. They were clever, and they went, okay, cool. Well, we're implementing this law. Why don't you just, jump on the board? Now they're on board. Everybody's rich. This is what they did. It's like it was never about actual economic empowerment, trying to lift up the poor people. Communists do not lift up the poor.
I gotta hand it to you, commies. You're committed.
Cyril Ramaphosa, I don't know. I'm starting to feel he's more sly than Jacob Zuma is. Yeah, I really think it's the most insipid, stupid, asinine policy to have, and then at the same time have racial laws, anti-discrimination laws, and you're literally using racism as a policy and saying, no, it's good when we do it. How stupid do you have to be to eat up that bullshit? You can't for 1 second think, well, that's rationally logical, that makes sense. Like, well, let's use murder to correct years of murder. What? You're going to use racism to fix racism?
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. And may God have mercy on your soul.
Well, man, there's obviously people of you that are sitting out there going, well, it's not really racism, is it? It is. It is racism. Not reverse racism. It is straight up racism. Discriminating against someone based on the color of their skin is racism. There's no other way, no matter what you do it for. You do it for kittens and saving the kittens or saving penguins or saving the fucking environment. Doesn't matter. It is straight up racism. I wouldn't want it happening to anybody of any color. Not black, not brown, not green, not purple, not blue. Not anybody. Nobody should be discriminated against based on their race. It's just wrong. And affirmative action, black economic empowerment policy by the South African government is straight up racism. They've actually went and had to get, I think it was, special privileges from the United Nations to keep it going for as long as they have. Thanks to the guys at Think Solidarity who have been fighting that, keep up the good fight. Anyway, that was my rant. I just thought I'd mention that. Thanks so much for watching. As always, make sure to hit the like, subscribe if you found this informative. Share it with your friends if you dig it. And come back soon. You know where it is. Hit the subscribe button. And leave a comment. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I mean, if you disagree with me, by all means, drop a comment and tell me why. I'd love to know your thoughts. And let's try and be respectful with that. I don't hate you. You don't hate me. And if you hate me for thinking a certain way, there's obviously something wrong with you. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.